Hey, what's up YouTube? Philip here, bringing you another review. Today we're going to be checking out this gaming headset by Gamdias, and it's called the HEBE P1. So this is a wired headset that has 7.1 surround sound built into it. And basically what the surround sound does is create this environment where it feels like things are around you rather than coming through speakers. So it creates this pretty cool effect. And it also comes with active noise canceling built into the microphone, which basically makes some of the background noise cancel out when you're speaking into the headset through the microphone. So make sure you guys watched somewhere between the midpoint of this video to see what it sounds like with it on and with it off. When receiving the package, here's what's included in the box. The headset, of course, with a 3-foot AUX cable attached to the headset, a 6-foot USB cable that connects to the headset, which has a controller with some of the controls for the headset, an additional 6-foot cable that comes with a microphone and an audio 3.5mm jack. And with both of these cable options, you're going to be able to connect to most devices, and that includes PC, Mac, PS4, Xbox, and pretty much all of the other major consoles out there. And finally, a drawstring bag that comes with the Gamdias logo stamped onto it that allows you to store the headset away when you're not using it or you're traveling. So let's start off by talking about the design and build quality of the headset. So starting off with the size, you're gonna notice that it is a little bit on the larger side for a headset, and that's because it has this metal railing that goes over the headband, which makes it appear larger than it really is. And if I compare it to the popular Bose QC35 Gen 2 wireless headset here, you can see that it is significantly bigger, and it doesn't look too much bigger on camera, but in reality, when it's on your head and you're using it, it does feel quite a lot larger. This headset does appear a lot heavier and larger in size visually, but if you actually weigh the difference between the Bose and the Gamdias, there's only a 3-ounce difference between the two. The Gamdias weighs in at 11 ounces and the Bose weighs in at 8 ounces. When you wear these headsets for long periods of time, you're not really going to be able to tell the difference between the weights as it sits on your head for long periods of time. Which brings me to my next point, the comfort of this headset. I was expecting this headset to be really uncomfortable because of its size and weight, but to my surprise, it was actually quite comfortable when wearing it for long periods of time. I felt really comfortable after wearing it for 4 to 5 hours, and after that, I felt like I had to just kind of take it off and give my ears and head a little break. When I had this headset on for long periods of time, I didn't notice any sweating or heatness with my ears with these large earmuffs, so that's definitely a plus. The only thing I found a little bit uncomfortable with this headset is when you let it wrap around your neck and you try to move your head to the left or the right. I do this pretty often because sometimes I just want to take my headset off and, listen to the environment around me or when I'm speaking with someone, but that's the only thing I found uncomfortable with it. So it's really not a big deal because you can always just take off your headset and leave it on your desk. So the comfort is definitely good on this headset, and the design is also quite interesting and pretty decent, I would say. I do like this metal railing on the top. It creates this like really industrial and rustic kind of futuristic feel, which is pretty interesting. I guess it's not exactly a minimalist headset, but it's not one of these crazy like RGB headsets that glow a million different colors. And this headset does come in an RGB version if you're interested, so check out the Gamdias site if you want an RGB version of this headset. And then the last thing to cover with the aesthetics is of course the microphone. You can see here there's a little microphone that sticks out, which is retractable. It can go in and out, and I think that's pretty cool because when you're using the microphone, you can just pull it out. And then when you're done using the microphone, you just retract it back in and it's out of your way. So pretty cool design decision there by Gamdias. Now that we covered the design and comfort of this headset, let's talk a little bit about the audio and microphone sound quality. So with this headset, I did find that the lows were pretty good. The mids were a little bit on the stale side, and the highs were also good. So I know that's kind of a weird sound quality combination, but I felt like the mids were a little stale. So when you're not playing heavy bass music, it did sound a little like, kind of like plasticky, like echoey in a sense. I don't know how to describe it. And then the lights, they were good, and the bass was good. I know I'm being a little repetitive here, but overall, I would say the audio quality of this headset is decent. It's not like a lot of the popular headsets out there like Sennheiser or Bose, but keep in mind that this price point is a lot cheaper than those audiophile brand headsets out there. So for an $80 headset, I would say the sound quality is definitely acceptable and you won't be disappointed. And as I did mention earlier, this headset does have 7.1 surround sound speakers, and basically what that's gonna do is create this environment where all the noises sound like they're around you. And this is really helpful if you wanna hear people's footsteps walking around if you're playing some sort of game, or if you just want your music to sound like there's people in front of you playing and behind you, and it creates that more immersive experience. I didn't find any way to turn the surround sound off, so keep in mind that if you buy this headset, that you're gonna always have to listen to it with the surround sound on. There's no way to disable it. And with the surround sound, you're able to adjust the volume with it with the controller that it comes with, and you can adjust the volume up and down, and then the controller also has a mute audio button and a mute microphone button, as well as a active noise canceling button. And a little bit on the active noise canceling. So I did find that when the active noise canceling was on, the microphone quality did go down by a significant amount. And then when you turn the microphone noise canceling off, it did sound a lot better when you speak into the microphone. And here's a little sample of what that sounds like with the active noise canceling on and off. So we're gonna put on the headset real quick, extend the microphone over here, and test out the active noise canceling. So right now we have the active noise canceling switched off. So this is what it sounds like organically. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. And now let's switch to active noise canceling on. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. As you can tell, it sounds worse significantly, at least from the testing I've done prior to recording. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And now let's switch it back to off. All right, it's off. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know what you guys think of the sound quality difference down in the comments below. So I don't know if you were able to differentiate the difference between the active noise canceling on and off, but when I was listening it through my speakers, it was pretty noticeable. But nonetheless, if you're not really concerned with the microphone quality, this would still be a good headset if you're just trying to do some simple YouTube video recordings, or if you're just trying to communicate with your team over some sort of video game that you're playing. So now that we covered most of the features with this headset, the thing that really stands out with this headset compared to most of the other headsets out there is how thick the earmuffs are on the headset. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you're looking for in a headset. I found it to be a pretty good thing because it creates this really natural noise canceling environment where you don't have to use a digital. And I personally think that sounds a lot better than the digital ones. When comparing the natural noise canceling to something like the Bose or the Sennheiser, I found that these created a more natural sound when listening to music. Because it's not a digital noise canceling environment, it's able to bring more organic and natural sounds out. So for the price point, $80, I would say it's definitely at a competitive price point. The sound sounds good. The microphone sounds good when you're not using the active noise canceling. So it's definitely a pretty good headset overall for the money that you pay for. If you're interested in picking up this headset, I'll leave a link down in the description below. Also, if you want to see more tech videos like this in the future, make sure you guys click that subscribe button and I'll keep you in the loop on what's happening. Don't forget to like this video and leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.